Hello beautiful people, welcome back. Alive in the farm. We have wheatgrass for the people. Okay, so this wheatgrass is really just gonna be for me because my coolers aren't open yet. We got freezing overnight still within the next 2 weeks. I would like to think I'm gonna get my coolers up front. Bear with the weather. I just don't like to have it get under freezing. I have to turn the refrigerators off at night out there. But we got the wheatgrass, so it's in. I'm gonna be doing sampling it myself today or probably tomorrow or the next day. Maybe Friday or Saturday, even weekend. We'll see. But I want to do a quick update on that jam and then the seedlings. So we got pretty much 100% germination. Actually, oh, I'm seeing one too right there that I didn't even get. But weirdly, every other tray is pretty much on point. Okay, I'm actually seeing a couple throughout there. Throughout the 36, probably like 2 per tray that didn't take. So these are all tomatoes. We got sun golds up here. Pretty sure these ones are the sun golds. First true leaves came in a bit ago. So I have lowered these down. Some of the edge ones are getting a little leggier. The ones that are trying to creep up. I got 3 lights up here. My goal is to keep these 1 to 3 inches away from these lights. That's one thing I don't know for you guys. Everyone's gonna have to just learn their own lights. I was recommended 1 to 3 from someone a long time ago, and they're not like super crazy strong lights. They're just kind of like big box store lights that you get for like 20 bucks each. So these ones are extra, so I like to come through these and thin them. When I said I had, oh, that was something I didn't even show you guys. We had 2 extra trays that one night. I went out and bought organic. I couldn't just leave the soil blocks, so I went out and bought organic red cherries. So now we have sun golds, brandywine, organic brandywine, and this organic cherry, red cherry. So I did get 72 more, 36, 36, boom, boom. I'm gonna thin those as you see when I plant them. We got 3 in there. I will thin those down to 1, just so you know. But yeah, everything looking good. Just gotta keep my water in. These blocks are a lot easier compared to, here we got all the lettuces. So I think I planted 8 with you, and I ended up planting another 4. So I did 8, yeah, we did 840 that day. Boom, 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 boom. They're all lined up down there, and I gotta water these. So this is when it gets kind of a pain in my butt, because right now I'm watering. So as you see the difference, we can't let these ones dry out compared to the bigger ones. Obviously, when these are a lot smaller, and these are super young, and these ones are closer to light. So that's another thing. A couple things we should speak to on these. So lettuce, we do not want these to get leggy compared to. Look at the stem, obviously, on a tomato plant. Compared to, we want these to pretty much stay right at soil. Soil line, whatever. So we do not want these getting leggy. If they're leggy, they plant a lot worse. So we want to keep these as close as we can to the light. Those ones I don't care as much compared to the lettuces, but we definitely want to keep the lettuces. And so here you go. So you can just even tell probably the color difference, how dark it is. So we're watering that right now, and I'm at an angle. So when you have a table, pro tip, make sure you rotate your tray, or I could just come and put enough water. But if you come and put enough water, so I'll come down actually if there's a whole bunch of them, which I think I only have to do 1 or 2. These ones were the bottom ones, that's why I needed to water these ones before all those ones, because my fan is fighting back my humidity from mushroom world. So the mushroom humidity goes through there, and then this fan takes care of microgreen world. And so as you notice, I just did some sales, so when I speak to this, so yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on, and some of these are for mental notes for me for next year, some just for teaching. So now that I have all of these different lights going, 3, there's so many different 3s. There's freaking, it's a lot warmer in this corner. And you can even see my floor is wet right now. We got a lot of humidity pouring through here. It's really warm in here right now, and I've had it at 91 RH to try to get these shiitakes to flare up. Let's see shiitakes from there. But I did just change this whole structure. I do actually have to get I'm gonna put a piece of cardboard, and I'll just have to change the cardboard every week and a half, maybe a week to two. And that will kind of go right in between here and block the humidity from going to microgreen world. So I don't know if you missed my last video, I did open this up a bit, it's awesome. So I kicked this back, push the table down, which gave me that space to go back. Now I can tuck in here, but now this gives me a couple extra shelves. Actually this whole thing, because this one was way down, so now this came over, and now the salad spinner, if you missed last video, the salad spinner has arrived. Boom, a couple big updates we gave last video. So yeah, whirlpool washer will either convert to salad spinner, or even maybe just turn it on to the spin, to the drain and spin cycle that it has. Hopefully that'll be good enough. New sink. I decided to just go for like one of these kind of sinks, and I'm gonna buy one every 2 years. I was looking at stainless steel ones, and this isn't a sink, this is just a bubbler, so I'm gonna bubble the greens in here with my little bubbler guy. That vacuum has only been used for air. I've never sucked anything up with it, so it's only pushes air through that thing. And this was my last year's lettuce. So then this one, they're just all gonna kind of move down, and then every couple of years I'm just gonna get a new one, because I was actually gonna go and invest and get a nice chrome one, but I've even, you know, after looking, things get rusty after a couple of years. And even I bought, this one was a nice one, it still gets some rust in there. I don't know, you can't see, it's pretty dark. Yeah, you can see the rust colors. Sorry, I just had dirt in there too, but yeah, so if I go and spend $700, what I was gonna do, and it's gonna rust in 3 years, I'd rather just go spend $80 every year. I think it's cost me, that's the sink, what does sink cost? $74. And I was gonna spend, I quoted myself for $600. So I saved some money on that this year for my little bubbler. So that, and then like the barrels came. So this is a big thing on the farm. Got these 20 bucks a piece, 55-gallon drums. Got another one in here. That's a huge thing we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be building sterilizers slash pasteurizers. These are either gonna be boilers, or they're going to be, one of them's gonna be a boiler, the other one's gonna be the steamer, or we're gonna all have all like these, shout out to, dang, it was called, oh, I can't think of who actually made it, but it's Easy Bake Barrel. I've seen them online, and they're pretty cool. Shout out to the guy, dang it, I'll probably have to throw some, dang, I can't think of the name right now off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Shout out to the guy who created the Easy Bake Barrel. Definitely not me, but I might be doing one of those. I just don't know if I'm gonna do like a kind of a different situation. He didn't have water going into his. I think I want to get mine on some kind of, you know, I have even an extra hose that I'm not using right now. 1, 2, 3, and then we got 2. So I got one of these extra, ready to be used actually. So I can kick it to one of those, and then have turn one of these into a boiler, and then that just kicks the steam into the other one, and then this other one's sterilizes less pasteurizes because it won't get enough, it won't get PSI, so it'll actually be a pasteurizer, I think. Ambient pasteurizer or something like that. I'm trying to be technical, which I probably shouldn't give a shit. But that's what it's gonna do. So, going to start making my own mushrooms, mushroom blocks. And when I put the hold on, I have, look at all these buckets. I was doing buckets. I was eventually gonna do mushrooms in buckets, but I'm gonna do the bags until I get up and running with my own bags. I want to get this lion's mane jerky out cheap to people. I was gonna do lion's mane jerky this year. I'm actually pumping the brakes on the lion's mane jerky big time, and it was like my baby. But I feel like I need to, I'm taking a big turn, and I'm gonna start producing my own blocks, which is gonna save me 75% of my biggest cost to the farm. So it was a huge step, and this whole thing I'm gonna gut and turn into, I'm gonna make a laminar flow hood, DIY laminar flow hood. Shout out to Gorgo Tech. I've got all the stuff coming for that, or at least most of the stuff. I'm gonna have to kind of DIY all the sandpaper and all that kind of shit. But laminar flow hood, and then these boilers. Those obviously, I have no idea where I'm gonna put these, if they're gonna stay in this garage as I'm doing it. I'm in Minnesota. I'm really cold in the winter, so I won't either. I'm gonna produce a bunch for the winter outside and then not use them, or I'm gonna learn how to make them really safe and have to put them in here. At least this is not attached. This garage is not attached to my house. I won't be thinking about fires, but in case anything weirdly happens, at least yes, it's a standalone garage. So I've weirdly already thought about that, just in case. So yeah, I want to do a little update on the seedlings because that's huge. It's a big thing, and I want to make sure we knew that you can't be leggy. So you got to keep these ones really tight. I pretty much got these up against the lights. These ones in the middle lights that droop down, they're touching that middle light. Maybe not here, they are. But here I actually had to rub against the light to get those up there. And I did drop those down, so at first they weren't, but they were still 3 inches down or so, because I at least allowed, I'm trying to be very cautious on 1,000 plants to not get them leggy. So it's a big time right now at the farm. Actually, kind of stressful worrying about all the babies, because we got 1,700 babies going. And then the other guys are behind me. Those ones are up there. These are just more lettuces. So we're kind of rolling. We're starting to roll. I got to do microgreens tonight. 3 trays of micros. I just sold the other ones. Oh, I didn't even tell it. So now that we got a lot more heat, I'm just getting a little more discoloration. So I'm noticing that they're staying more moist underneath. So I think I'm taking up too much water. I'm overwatering right now because there's just so much moisture. And I have gone through, weather-wise, we've gotten a lot warmer in the last little bit. I'm getting up to the 50s outside compared to staying in the 30s or something like that. Now that the spring's officially here as of last week. So that's kind of it, guys. Want to make sure I went over, watering. So I don't want to this is bottom watering technique on all of these. Let's see if I can get that with one hand. Boom. Bottom watering. This one needs to get all the water now. I don't want to let it, so that's what like this. This is how I do it. Hold it up for just a second, let it drip in the bottom tray. Give it a shake, and then I go like this. And now I let it just so that it's kind of still balancing, but now it'll still drip for a little bit. I'll give it like 10 more seconds. This is fresh water that I just used this time. I don't use the water. I used to reuse waters like a bunch, and I learned to get a lot more mold and different stuff on top. So I kind of got away from continuously using water. I will actually use this one. It was a very low water, and I have more fresh water to add to it, but I only use just this once, and I won't use it after that. I used to actually use this water, and then I would just add, oh, hey, dang, Dan, this is here from yesterday. Let's just use it and add some more fresh water to it. And there's probably some nutrients in here, which, to be completely honest, there probably is some nutrients, and you see they're run off from something else and last stuff. So, but now I just start feeding. I got so many other plants that we just, do some of these guys. These are all thirsty. Actually, I just need to water these today. Some of them, most of them. So, all right, guys, just want to go over seedlings. Got some new cool stuff, barrels, substrates, getting to be pressurized and cooked here. Oh, dang, not pressurized, pasteurized in-house now. And I go over some temperature-y things, different. Yeah, it's very humid over here. I can tell. I mean, the moisture's sit, and I got to get this fan where I might flip this fan with my stronger fan back over here, and put this weaker fan. So this is just one of those cheap box fans. I have one of those nice fans. I might flip those fans. Should probably do that tonight. So that's it, guys. All right, have a good one. See you soon. Hey, actually, hold on. If you're still with me, you deserve to see cool shiitakes. These shiitakes are firing right now. Boom. Compared to the last ones, if you saw me harvest those last ones. Sorry, the lights just went on here too. But look at how many are on this one. Dang, I can't. Compared to, I don't remember if you saw those last ones. Boom. Shiitake's firing this time. So this is a fresh batch too. So these ones weren't sitting in my cooler. Like those last ones sat in the cooler for probably like a month and a half, ready to be. Those in winter. I don't like to go travel a lot in the winter. Drive far away to go get my mushrooms. So I kind of just tend to get them all and throw them in the cooler. These were really fresh. So these blocks, and I could even feel them how heavy they were. I knew they were gonna fire. They're awesome. We got a nice deep clean in here too. Let's see my water line. It's kind of hated this ground, but we did clean it. It just that's clean. It just looks like it's because it's getting rubbed away from my feet walking on it, and the water tends to kind of sneak that way. It's neat. Whatever that word is gonna be. All right, guys. Now definitely leave it alone. Bless, guys. See you soon. Exciting things happening. All right. Peace.